Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing my top 3 favorite motivational documentaries on Netflix. Alright, so if you've watched my previous videos, I explain that when I get in a bad mood, or if I'm sad, or if I'm going downhill and something's going wrong in my life, I actually watch videos to get me out of the funk. Now, I go to either YouTube or Netflix to watch these inspirational, motivational type videos. And I've shared some YouTube ones before, and I will have a link to that video in the description. But I wanted to share my top 3 motivational documentaries that I watch on Netflix. Alright, so starting it off at number 3 is a documentary called Venus and Serena. And this is about Venus and Serena Williams, the tennis players. Now, I actually don't really particularly like tennis, and I'm actually really horrible at tennis. I've played it before, and I actually used to take lessons when I was a kid, but if I pick up the racket now and I try to hit a tennis ball, it just flies over the playing area. I actually can't get it to the other person. So you don't need to like tennis or have an interest in tennis to watch this documentary. Now, when I was going through the Netflix search, I was actually typing in, highest rated, and at the time when I watched this a couple years ago, it was on the first page, and, I was interested in watching it because we all know that Venus and Serena Williams, they're champions. They dominate the tennis sport, and I wanted to understand why? How did they get to that point? Because it doesn't matter that, they're tennis champions. I'm not wanting to get into tennis. I want to know what their habits were, what their thinking was, and how did they get to that point? So I really liked this documentary because you can really see the passion and the drive that both Serena and Venus have for their sport, their craft. They are literally obsessed, and they live and they breathe tennis. And watching that was super inspiring to me. Another cool thing was they actually got really good because their dad, who was not a tennis coach at all, taught them different things other than tennis. So in the beginning, when they were young, he actually made them do handstands, like walk to the bathroom doing a handstand, only using your arms. And if you couldn't get to the bathroom with just doing the handstand, you couldn't go to the bathroom. He also used to use things like getting them to throw a football. And people who were like tennis coaches and people who were into tennis thought this training was really weird. And it was. And their dad wasn't even a tennis coach or didn't even have any knowledge on it. He actually found a VHS tape about tennis, and that's how, Venus and Serena got into the sport. So after watching this documentary, I was really inspired by them, and I recommend this documentary to people all the time. When they ask me, what kinds of documentaries, what do I watch on Netflix, I always suggest this one to watch. The second one is Tony Robbins' I Am Not Your Guru. This one's a pretty intense one, and you might need a box of tissues with you because it may make you cry. It made me cry a bunch of times. And Tony Robbins has a way of speaking to you in that he'll really get you in the gut. He'll really get you to look at yourself, and when he gets you and you realize, hey, you know what, I am sabotaging my life, I am doing that, you get kind of emotional, and that's what happened to me when I watched it. Some people can't watch it because it's too hard for them to actually realize what's happening to them in their lives. So this one I actually won't say too much about because I want you guys to really get into it and really just don't have any distractions when you're watching it. Just pay full attention to it, and you'll get a ton of value. Tony is a great speaker, and he really connects with you. Even though he's on the screen and he's not really there with you, you feel like he's speaking right to you. Alright, so my number one favorite documentary, motivational documentary to watch on Netflix is The Secret. Now, I first read the book, and that literally changed my life. Soon after reading the book, I watched the movie, The Secret, which is basically like the book, but in movie format. This whole concept, the Secret, it literally changed my life, and I will have a video to where I explain that in the description below, and I kid you not, I was a completely different person before I knew about The Secret, and I recommend this book to everyone who has not read or does not know the concept of what The Secret is and positive energy and that whole thing. It's a very simple concept. That's why some people have a hard time grasping it, because it seems so simple that it's like stupid, but it's so simple that it could change your life. And that's what happened to me. I found the book at a time in my life when I was at my all-time low ever. And since then, I'm a completely different person. Ask anyone who knew me before the book, and then what happened to me after the book. I was like night and day. I literally became a different person. I don't even know who that person was before reading that book. So those are my top 3 favorite motivational documentaries to watch on Netflix. I just wanted to create this quick video for you guys so that you guys can take a look at the 3, see if you're interested in any of them, and watch them. And you know what? If you do watch them and you're not connected, that's fine. Find a documentary that you are connected with. These are just the ones that I'm sharing with you that actually had an impact on me, and maybe they'll have an impact on you as well. So if you have any other documentaries that you guys really like on Netflix, please list them down in the comment section below. I would love to check them out and watch them as well. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Back from the dead.